This is how I dressed throughout my college life. But this is really how you should be dressing if you're a college student. I didn't have an Indian fashion YouTube channel to look at when it came to college fashion, but you guys do. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the do's and don'ts when it comes to dressing well for college students. Remember, college dressing is firstly about being practical and budget friendly, but it's also about breaking out of the crowd. The good thing about going to a college in India is that most dudes, especially between the ages of 16 to 22, don't really care about what they wear. So if you want to look attractive in college, if you want to be known as that well-dressed guy, it boils down to a few simple rules. We're talking about the college do's and the college don'ts. Firstly, let's talk about shoes. As I've always said, shoes are the most important part of your outfit because psychologically speaking, whether it's men or women, that's what people notice about you first, and that's how people judge your personality first. If someone doesn't know you, and it's likely that in your college, most people in the entire college won't know who you are. So if you want your outfit to say something about your personality, choose your shoes carefully. When you're talking about selecting shoes, there's two major don'ts. The first of which is say no to sports shoes. Tennis shoes, basketball shoes, football studs, they're all meant for the gym and the sports field. Don't be that guy who wears sports shoes to parties or college. It doesn't say that you're sporty, it says that you don't know how to dress well. The second major don't is that you shouldn't be wearing dirty shoes. Remember, especially when it comes to looking attractive, it's about looking clean. And if people judge your personality through your shoes, you need to make sure that they look clean to signify that you also are a clean and tidy person. If you want to know more about this whole clean and tidy concept, make sure you check out the video we made on looking handsome. But for now, let's talk about shoes. So if these two are the don'ts, what are the do's? What are the shoes you actually should wear? The first safe option are Converse shoes. Go for a good brand like say Vans. Once again, not a product placement, but invest in a good pair of Converse shoes. They say a lot about your personality and the kind of vibe they give out is super casual, super friendly. That's how you want to be known in college. As for colors when it comes to Converse shoes, I personally would suggest three basic colors. That's black, grey, and if you can, then try getting some blue Converse shoes. They'll go with almost every single outfit, they'll give out a nice friendly vibe, but most of all, they will make you look stylish. Secondly, let's talk about loafers. You can definitely wear loafers, but don't wear very dress-uppy loafers. What do I mean by that? You know those loafers which are kind of deep cut where you can see a lot of your foot? Those are very dress-uppy loafers. Also the loafers which have tassels on them, those are very dress-uppy loafers. You want to dress down when it comes to your loafers. The loafers you select should be a little bit cool, a little bit casual, and it should look like a little bit more like everyday wear, not something you wear to a club necessarily. So if you're going to select loafers, keep it clean obviously and keep it a little bit casual, not too stylish. Thirdly, we're talking about chappals. Basic chappals, which again a lot of guys get wrong. You can't just select any pair of chappals. Quick rules, when you are selecting slippers to wear to college, don't select something that has a very thick base. Those are very uncly. Select something with a thin base and a thin top. The straps as well as the base should be thin, stylish and sleek. And coming to the final option when it comes to college footwear, something that's been trending for a while, note Bollywood, and also something that's going to be in fashion for at least the next year. A good pair of sneakers. Now for the last year or so, white sneakers have been really trendy. If you go to a club on a Saturday night, you'll see almost everyone wearing white sneakers. And this is also the correct time in this trend's lifetime that you can actually bring that fashion to college. If you wear white sneakers to college, it will look very fashionable, but also keep in mind, a good pair of white sneakers is a little bit expensive, around 2,000, 3,000 rupees. And also keep in mind that they get dirty very fast. You need to take care of them. But also consider this. The white sneaker trend is slightly going away. And within a year, there may not be any white sneaker trend. But the new trend that's coming into play are colored sneakers. And once again, there's a game you need to play when it comes to colored sneakers. You can't wear super saturated colors. You want to wear something a little bit more sober. That's what you can wear to college. Remember, college dressing isn't supposed to be too loud, not too many bright colors, not too many accessories or tone things. You just want to keep it a little bit simple, a little bit casual, a little bit friendly. And that's why we can move on to pants. When it comes to jeans, bottoms, pants, whatever you want to call it, I do suggest that you wear chinos, but once again, that's not a very budget-friendly option. Why? Because chinos will get spoiled, say, within a year or two of wearing them. If you want to know more about how to select chinos, especially the colors of chinos from a budget perspective, make sure you check out the video we made on matching colors. It'll cover a lot of your doubts. But when it comes to college dressing, I'm a believer of jeans. If you buy a good pair of jeans, they will last you very, very long. They'll probably last you your whole college life. Now the puzzle when it comes to buying jeans is that you want to buy a pair of jeans that's classic, that stays fresh and stylish throughout. My pick is a pair of regular straight fit deep blue jeans with a narrow ankle. Remember, narrow ankle pants are still trendy right now, and ever since jeans have been in fashion, deep blue jeans have been in fashion. The other kind of fashion that's going on right now are slightly distressed jeans. That's my second option for all the college students going to college from 2017 to say around 2020 to 21. Distressed jeans are going to be in fashion. So if you want to invest in two pairs of jeans, one, you have to invest in a deep blue pair of jeans and also make sure it fits you really well. If you're slightly overweight or if you're slightly skinny, you don't want to wear something that's the wrong size. You don't want something too loose because that'll make you look baggy, and you don't want something too tight because once again, if you're thin, it'll make you look too thin, and if you're slightly overweight, it'll make you look too overweight. You want to wear something that just fits you right. But let's talk about distressed jeans a little bit. Now, I am a fan of distressed jeans, but what you need to remember is that there's a limit when it comes to how distressed they can be. Now, here's the thing. In Indian colleges, a lot of the faculty sometimes has issues with how students dress. So if you go for a distressed pair of jeans, something that's torn up a little bit too much and that exposes too much of your skin, also keep in mind we're Indian guys and we're a little bit hairier than normal, your faculty might have an issue with this and it may not even look that attractive. So while you're going to college, I don't recommend buying and wearing torn jeans. But as for distressed jeans, definitely go for it. Moving on to the top wear, let's talk about the don'ts first. The first primary don't is don't wear something super tight if you're someone who goes to the gym, and don't wear something overly loose. That's a huge issue when it comes to college dressing in India. A lot of guys wear loose clothes because let's face it, a lot of guys think they're suffering from gynecomastia. Video coming up soon. But let's talk about the clothing side of things. When you're talking about dressing loose, the solution is that, okay, you can wear loose t-shirts if that's what makes you comfortable, but make sure you don't wear loose sleeves. Remember, as I've spoken about earlier in my video on how to look more muscular, any t-shirt can look 10 times better if you just shorten and tighten the sleeves. That's the first rule for all your t-shirts. Look at this sleeve. This is the maximum in terms of how loose and how long your sleeve should be. It shouldn't be much lower than your shoulder. Every single sleeve of every single t-shirt of yours should hit your shoulder. Don't be that guy who wears overly loose clothes, overly loose collars. And also, second don't be that dude who only wears one kind of top wear. So you'll see a lot of guys wearing just graphic t-shirts, a lot of guys just wearing v-necks, a lot of guys just wearing shirts, a lot of guys just wearing printed shirts, all that. Remember, being known as a well-dressed guy boils down to variation. You want to show that you can pull off different looks. Now, college is a very tricky time because you need to develop your own sense of style. You need to develop your own sense of fashion according to your personality. So if you're someone who likes wearing graphic tees, that's okay, but don't overdo it with it. If you're going to college 5 days a week, you can wear graphic tees for say 3 days a week, but for the remaining 2 days, change it up a little bit. Okay, I'll give you my example, how I would do things. Now, I'm someone who really enjoys v-necks. So on Monday, I would wear a v-neck of my choice of one color. On Tuesday, I'd probably wear a nice smart shirt that I can wear to college. On Wednesday, once again, I'll wear a v-neck of another color. Then on Thursday, I would wear a graphic tee, which is also very in this season. And on the final day of college, once again, I would wear a v-neck. So overall, my personality says that, okay, this is a guy who works out, he does like wearing his v-necks, but he can also pull off a shirt, he can pull off a casual, kiddish graphic t-shirt, and he can just look good in everything he wears. That's what it boils down to. Remember, a lot of how you dress, how people perceive your dressing, or people perceive your sense of fashion is how well you're able to pull it off. You don't have to wear branded clothes, you just need to have the confidence to pull off any look in the book. Also keep in mind, I can't get into the details of top wear, but what I will do is that I will once again link you to my video on matching colors. When it comes to top wear, a lot of your doubts will be cleared through that video. Make sure you watch it, especially if you're a bro who wants to dress well. Moving on to accessories now, the biggest don'ts is don't overdo it. A lot of people, when they go into college, it's this internal thing we have to kind of just show that we're the cool guy. You don't want to overdo it with your accessories when it comes to looking cool. When it comes to something like glares, only wear glares if you're driving or if you're on your bike. Don't be that guy who wears glares in college. It kind of makes you look a little bit douchey. Also, when it comes to watches, You can go ham with watches. Just don't wear those overly uncle watches. You know, those thin ones which are metallic and kind of meant for like slightly older people. Instead, wear something that's meant for your age. The other great thing about being in your early 20s, late teens, is that you can pull off a few jazzy watches. Like, check out this watch. This is something that you probably can't wear if you're 40 years old, but if you're someone who's in their early 20s, in your teens, this is something very smart if you have the confidence to pull it off. So just be a little bit experimental when it comes to watches, but at the same time, don't overdo it. The other big don't when it comes to accessories is that you shouldn't be wearing overly expensive accessories to college. The way people perceive someone who's wearing expensive accessories is that, okay, that guy's trying to show off, he must be a douche. And even if you're not a bad guy, even if you're just trying to look stylish, you kind of give out the wrong message through accessories. Which brings me to my final point, very importantly, bags. Because remember, bags are also an accessory. It does add to your look. And even if you're dressed very well from head to toe, the wrong bag can ruin your look. So the major don't when it comes to school bags is that you don't want to wear something too bulky, something that adds width to your overall look. Imagine a guy who's super well dressed. If he's wearing a very big bag, he kind of looks like a well-dressed child. You don't want to look like a child, you want to look like a grown man. The rule with bags is that you wear something sleek, something slim, something that goes with your outfit. Remember, you're not in school anymore, you're in college, you don't need to carry all your books to college. Be that rebellious Indian kid and just carry a few books to college. Maybe a notebook, your pencil box, a few textbooks, nothing more than that. Something that fits in that thin bag and completes your look. अपने को पढ़ाई करने का है, अपने को fashion नहीं करने का है. अरे ये देख पढ़ाई छोड़ने को बोल रहा है. Come on bro, you're in college, have some fun. Also, the final rule with bags, this might seem a little bit stupid, but trust me, it's not. Single strapping and double strapping. Single strapping is where you wear it on one shoulder, double strapping is where you wear it on both, and there's a way of doing this. If you're going to double strap the bag, make sure you don't slouch. If you slouch with a double strap bag and you hold the two straps, it kind of makes you look underconfident because once again, this signifies closed body language. That's why if you're going to double strap it, keep your back straight and keep your body language a little bit open. But what I'd suggest is that ideally you go for the single strapping method because it just kind of looks a little bit more cool, a little bit more confident. Once again, you can't wear an overly bulky bag and single strap, it won't look that great. Wear a slender bag and double strap, just keep your back straight throughout. Remember, dressing well isn't just about your selection of clothes, but it boils down to two important factors. Firstly, your personality and your confidence, and that's why I've made your personality development playlist on Beer Biceps. And secondly, very importantly, your confidence will come if you have a fantastic physique. And that's why I've made the Build Muscle playlist on Beer Biceps. So for all you new gymmers, or even if you're someone who's beginning your fitness journey and wants to put on muscle, make sure you check out that playlist. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And until next time guys, from Ranveer, I'll see you later.